Harley Carnes. An Islamic State video purports to show the beheading of another captive American journalist, Steven Sotloff. Details now, CBS's Dan Raviv.
The video on the internet starts with Steven Sotloff in the orange jumpsuit of a prisoner reciting a message critical of U.S. foreign policy. Then before Sotloff's head is cut off, the man with the knife seems to be the same one who murdered journalist James Foley 2 weeks ago, now saying so long as the U.S. keeps bombing ISIS in Iraq,
our knife will continue to strike the necks of your people.
And the killer threatens a man seen in the video, apparently another Westerner held hostage. Dan Raviv, CBS News, Washington.
Reaction, New York Republican Congressman Peter King.
Absolutely essential that the United States and our allies take action against ISIS, that we treat this as a major enemy.
The Sotloff family says it is grieving Steven's murder. The Pentagon is counting a successful airstrike in Somalia where Al-Shabaab itself says 6 of its members were killed. The Pentagon thinks the leader of the terror group may have been killed. Rear Admiral John Kirby.
This operation was a direct strike against the Al-Shabaab network, specifically the group's leader, Ahmed Abdi al-Mohammed, also known as Ahmed Gaddafi.
The ACLU is challenging the NSA's blanket surveillance of Americans' phone activity in federal appeals court. Attorney Alexander Abdo.
The president himself has now recognized that bulk collection creates an intolerable risk of abuse and should be ended.
Assistant Attorney General Stuart Delarie defends the program.
The purpose of this work is to detect and disrupt future plots before an attack can be made.
Another American doctor in West Africa has been diagnosed with Ebola. He wasn't even working with the Ebola patients at the Christian Mission Hospital in Liberia.
The missionary doctor was not treating Ebola patients, and it's not yet known how he contracted the virus specifically. And as soon as he started having symptoms, he immediately isolated himself and has since been transferred to an Ebola isolation unit. The doctor is doing well and is in good spirits.
That's reporter Sabrina Gibbons in Atlanta. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, goes the saying, and a woman who became angry when the passenger in front of her reclined her seat managed to end the airline flight early. Another passenger on that Delta flight, New York to West Palm, Aaron Clippen.
The woman who was screaming was demanding that the flight land immediately.
And they did it. Landed in Jacksonville. Police took her away to face the music. The Florida judge in the Casey Anthony murder acquittal is retiring. Belvin Perry is going back to private lawyer practice and joining the Morgan & Morgan law firm in Orlando. It's a big one, which also includes candidate for Governor Charlie Crist among its team of attorneys.